Hello and welcome back to my channel, Cards by Melissa Minor. You can see on my desk in front of me, I am working with the Sketches 2024 class. You can sign up for the Sketches 2024 class taught by Allison Davis over at Scrapbook and Cards Today magazine. I will link it down below in the description box. This class runs all year long. There's a class every month. I will be posting a video every month here on my channel with my interpretation of the sketch. Let's go ahead and get started. So I've pulled out my all-purpose mat here, and I'm going to go ahead and use some of these paints. Now, I got these paints over on Amazon. I will include a link down below as well if you're interested in these. But these are some of my favorite paints. I add a little bit of water here to get these all ready to go, and then I'm just going to splatter this onto my page. A little bit about the class. I encourage you to sign up for Allison's class so you can get the printable sketch and keep it, and you can get all the other amazing content that goes along with it. So I'm just really excited about this whole series. So each month, like I said, I am going to be showing my interpretation of her sketches on my videos. All right, so I have my background page ready here. So I'm going to move my all-purpose mat out of the way, and I'm going to get my pieces ready to go to add to the background. I like to use these removable glue dots just to hold my base page. And I have a piece of, it's not the stark white, it's more of a vanilla. I believe it's called vanilla. It is from Close to My Heart. And the paper that I'm going to be using today is an older paper pack from Close to My Heart. It's called 4 Seasons Autumn. And so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this piece and adhere it down to my back page. Now this is a 6x12 piece of cardstock, or pattern paper rather, I should say. And I'm going to get this adhered down. So the pictures that I'm going to be working with today, this is a fall layout. I'm pretty caught up on current events. I've got my Christmas scrapbooked. I've got my New Year's scrapbook. So I'm kind of working my way backwards. So that takes me back to some of the fall. And so the pictures I have today are from the fall. So I'm going to take some of the zip strips. That is the branding strip that is on this paper pack. And I've cut that off here. And I'm going to put that along the side. And then for the other side, I'm going to repeat the same process, but instead of using one zip strip, I've cut the zip strip in half. So I'm going to be using a portion of a zip strip and then another portion of the striped zip strip. So I really like the way this looks. It's still the same size of a zip strip, but it just breaks it up and gives it a nice visual interest on the page. So once I get these adhered down, then I'm going to bring in my pictures. Let me get this all glued down here. So really, I've got the base ready to go, so we can start decorating the page. All right, so these are the 2 pictures that I have to scrapbook, and this is my boyfriend Dale and I, and this is from the turkey trot. So on Thanksgiving Day, we like to go to, they have a 5K at the local YMCA. And, you know, I like to exercise, but the main reason I think I exercise on Thanksgiving is so that I can eat a little extra pie. I don't know about you, but it's just an extra incentive. So I have a 3.5 by 3.5 photo on the right, and then I have a 4x4 photo on the left. And so I'm going to figure out here where I want those on the page. And so I've got the 3.5 by 3.5 photo. I decided to mat that on a piece of, it's a pattern paper in the mocha color. So I matted that on a 4x4 mocha colored cardstock there. And then I'm going to get my 4x4 picture adhered down directly next to that. So I'm really liking the way this looks. This is just a one-page layout. And again, this is my interpretation of Allison's sketch that she did this month in her class. And so now comes the fun part of getting ready to embellish this. So for the first thing that I'm going to do to embellish this is I want to put on my title, and the title is going to say Turkey Trot. And so I've cut the letters Turkey Trot out. I did cut those out with some thin cuts from Close to My Heart, and I don't recall the name of those. Those were some older ones from my stash, and I won't make you watch me glue these all down. I did most of this off camera, but I went ahead and glued down the words Turkey Trot. So I have my title, and I'm ready to go with the rest of the embellishments. I'm showing you here that I'm bringing in the tags and tabs thin cuts, and I've cut a little tag out of some of the paper, again, from the Four Seasons Autumn collection. And then I have inked the edges with a little bit of the mocha ink just to give it a little definition there to stand out along the page. I have also added some ribbon. And then I'm bringing in this stamp set called Happy Turkey Day from my stash. I don't believe this is any longer available, but I want to use this stamp. It says skip to the pie. So just like I was saying, the whole reason that I exercise on Thanksgiving is to get to the pie. So hurry up and get this 5K out of the way and get to the pie. And so I went ahead and stamped that and then cut that out. And then this stamp set I'm also using from Close to My Heart. And this is called Leaf Line Art. And so I've taken some of the coordinating colored cardstock that goes along with this collection. So I've taken some of the honey butter, the mocha, the nectarine, the paprika, and I've went ahead and stamped it using the mocha ink, and then I have went ahead and inked the edges in the corresponding colors and then cut these out with the thin cuts. So I'm just going to get these placed along the page here. So once I decide how I want these leaves adhered down, and I kind of want them trickling down the page. Now, in Allison's example, she had used some snowflakes and hers were much smaller. And so my interpretation of that is with the leaves. And then I'm bringing in this cute little pumpkin. This is from that Happy Turkey Day Stampin' Thin Cuts. And I'm going to use some foam tape to pop that up. And then I've got this little tab over here that I'm going to put the year on, so that I have the date on my photos, because there's nothing that I dislike more than flipping through my album and realizing that I don't have journaling or don't have the year on there. So this one I don't really need any journaling, but I do need the year so I know when this was. So this is really it. I've got everything on the page. And so I'm just going to go ahead and get all of this glued down, and I'll be right back. All right, I have everything glued down. The only thing I've added here, I've added some foam tape, like I said, and then I added some of these sparkle gems to some of my embellishment clusters. So I have everything here. If you've enjoyed this video, I'd appreciate if you hit that thumbs up button. And if you're new, if you would hit that subscribe button so I know you're new. Thanks again for watching, and I will catch you again in my next video. Bye-bye.